الاشتراك في القناة وعمل شير ولايك وتفعيل الجرس بجانب زرار الاشتراك تشجيعا لنا لعمل المزيد من الفيديوهات وللمزيد من الموضوعات الخاصة للسيارات. زوروا مدونتنا على جوجل، ولكي لا يفوتكم شيء تابعونا على صفحتنا على الفيسبوك. وشكرا.
Here in the real world for the very first time, and for that reason they've got 3 bodyguards protecting it right now. We've got 2 over there.
Sicherheit.
This guy down here on the steps already telling someone to go away. And there's another one just over here as well. So 3 bodyguards just so that we can see this car. This is a world's first exclusive right here on the Supercar Blondie channel. Make sure to subscribe. All right. Bmw Vision M next. What do you think so far? Alright, here we are. Okay, let me take you around. I want to start at the front because we've seen the back as it offloaded. This is like fluoro orange, but it's actually called thrilling orange. And then the silver is called cast silver metallic. So you've got that real juxtaposition between the silver and the orange, which is crazy cool. Here on the front, you see on the grille here, these little round circles here actually are the BMW badge. So what they've done is they've taken 3 of their previous models, the i8, the M1 and the BMW Turbo, and they've kind of made this car reminiscent of all 3 of those models. So the color, this bright orange, comes from the Turbo. These 3 slats here on the M1 used to be open, but now they're closed, but they have that kind of same design feature. You see this beautiful line where it kind of cuts off from silver to orange. That to me looks like an i8, and I used to own an i8. I absolutely love that car. I quite like that design feature that they've taken from the car. These rims, so you've got 22 inch in the back and 21 inch in the front. When you look at concept cars, a lot of them are autonomous and a lot of them feature on that kind of autonomous aspect. This is just drivable. It will not be autonomous. So what they want to do is they want to appeal to people like you and me who don't want to give up driving in the future. We still want to drive because we love it so much. So this is designed for the drivers of the future. Okay, so it's got kind of a very sporty element to it. Just press this and it kind of comes over, and then you manually open it like that, and you've got i8 doors, which I love. All right, let's get in. This is kind of welcomes you into the car, this BMW logo. It lights up in the center. You press this one, these first displays appear. These are the driving modes here. And then if you press this button here, this display here will light up. Now what is super, super cool is look at this. Can you read what that says? It says heart rate. And then you see here, your heart rate. You put your hands on the steering wheel as you're driving and it will read how fast your heart is pumping. It's basically like being on an elliptical at the gym, right? And it reads the heart rate through your fingertips.
It's pumping really hard right now for some reason.
Well, I am just in the coolest concept car that's just been released, so that's no surprise. If this all lights up, then it tells you that you can actually use the boost function. All you need to do is push down on these 2 buttons and it's going to grab as much energy from the batteries as possible and drive you forward. And this one. So you got to press them at the same time, like this. These are actually cup holders. Some of this stuff, I have to be real with you guys, it can actually work, but in this car it's concept only. But what they're going for is a gyroscopic cup holder. Have you ever heard of that before? If you had your Coke in here, right, whatever, you've been through McDonald's, you put your Coke in here, it's not going to tip over because this gyroscope constantly moves to balance the liquid in the glass or in your bottle, so it does not tip over into the car, which is quite cool. I've never really thought of that concept before. I really like how they're kind of pushing the boundaries and thinking of things that you don't even know that you need. Like, how cool would that be? What I'm sitting on here is not actually a seat. This is the tub that I'm sitting on, but what they've done to make it super comfy is put this memory foam. So what that does is it molds around your body so that it makes you feel even more comfortable in the seat. It remembers the shape of your body, which is quite cool. This latch over here as well. So you just grab this and you close it with this latch. And then this just has a bit of a magnet in there, so you can just push that up. They don't have a lot of leather in this car, and that's for a purpose. They're trying to reduce the amount of leather that they use in cars in future. This steering wheel is leather, and the only other thing that's leather in the interior is this latch here. Everything else is more sustainable kind of materials. This carbon fiber is actually recycled carbon fiber. These headrests, if you take a look at the shape here, they're kind of like, I don't know, I just really like the design. They're kind of like floating. Oh wow. That is service. Thank you very much. Sure. So there's quite a big sill to get over here. Yeah, look, it's quite wide, but I'm quite used to that because of my old i8, so you just gotta kind of hop over it and try and be elegant about it. It's your moment to shine. So we're gonna take it for a bit of a drive.
Christian, 600 PS, bitte.
Selbstverständlich.
Gut.
Stern, du schaust, was passiert. Okay.
Okay, ready. Okay, let's go. So cool. This is mad, you guys. Now we're gonna go and arrive in style at the BMW Next Gen party. This car. Let's go party. The cool thing about this car is the sounds of the car have been composed by none other than Hans Zimmer. Now you guys would know this name because he is an incredible composer for the movies, right? He's composed music for The Lion King, Batman, Superman, Rain Man, Pirates of the Caribbean, literally so many incredible movies he has done the composition to. So we're going to go and talk to him right now about what he has actually composed for this BMW. Now that we move into electric cars in the future, they've actually got to start thinking about how cars of the future are going to sound, and that's where he comes into it.
Believe it or not, I have watched.
Oh,
right, so I know what you're doing.
Nice to meet you. Alex,
Pleasure.
thank you very
Hi,
much for joining
Hans.
us. And this is Supercar Blondie family.
Right. Hi, Supercar Blondie family.
We just wanted to chat to you a little bit. I know you've had a lot to say already about your composition for the new BMW. You might have to repeat a couple of those things.
All right, go on then.
All
Ask
right,
me.
okay.
Anything.
It's actually quite interesting. I was just saying that, you know, the cars up until now, the orchestra has been the engine.
Right,
Hasn't
exactly.
it?
Yeah.
So now, looking to electric cars, we have to think of some other sounds that are going to entice people, because electric cars, some people say, you know, no sound is boring.
Well, I sort of agree it's boring, but at the same time, I think we finally have a chance to go and customize ourselves. We finally have a chance to get other artists in, or to personalize the whole driving experience even more, and to really make it your own. You know, plus in a funny way, I mean, one of the things which I always thought was really interesting is, what was the world like before we had the combustion engine?
Yeah.
What did it sound like?
True.
And so now we suddenly get this moment where we have a clean slate and we can go and build a new sonic world.
You can do anything
Yeah.
from here on in, and that actually brings me to my next point. How in the world do you come up with sounds out of nowhere? I mean, what's your inspiration for these particular sounds?
You know, well, obviously part of it is the visual of the iconic design, you know, but this is the funny thing, you know, I grew up with hearing sounds in my head. You know, it's, I mean, what I said earlier, it's like, it's this weird thing, you know, here's this German in Munich speaking in English, his second language, but really the language I'm most articulate in is, of course, music, which
Right.
is some weird abstract thing.
Right. And it's hard to communicate that to everyone else who doesn't communicate
because-
in music. You know?
You just go and play it, and it either it moves you or it doesn't move
Right.
you, and either, you know, and that's part of the.
So, for example, The Lion King, right? When we watch that,
Oh, that one.
we just, well, I mean, I cry.
Never heard of
I mean, you know, that tiny little movie
Yeah.
that literally everyone in the
Yeah.
world has seen. You cry, you move by it. Is that kind of what you're trying to do with even car sounds? Is get people to be moved by just the sound of, I don't know, a door opening?
A little bit. I'm trying to make, you know, I'm trying to make your life better. And that can mean many things, you know. Can it be more exciting or can it be more peaceful? I mean, you know, somebody today said, you know, well, what's it going to be like when you go, you know, 100 miles an hour and the wind noise? And I suddenly went, oh, hang on a second. This is a great thing because we can get rid of the wind noise and it's so easy.
True.
You know, the ideas keep coming because we get, you know, the great thing about the electric cars is it's a blank canvas for
Yeah.
us. So we can do whatever we want.
So what sounds did you actually do for this new BMW?
Because it's a very iconic and it's a very, you know, striking car. You know, we did. I'm not sure how many I'm supposed to allow to tell you, but we did. You know, like I wanted something great when you just switch the thing on. Just something that was not going to be a car. It wasn't going to be your normal average day.
Okay.
You know,
So
you know, again. You have,
So like what?
I can't just, you know, how am I going to describe it? You know, what's life like, you know, when you get up in the morning and you go down to your car, and wouldn't it be great if it was just the greatest chord you ever heard that just greets you in the morning?
Yeah.
And send,
it can change your mood instantly,
absolutely.
right?
So do that, you know, maybe make the world a slightly happier place.
There's nothing wrong with that, right?
No, yeah.
There are so many times now that we do not have a full music experience. We
No.
have tiny little speakers from our iPhone,
Yeah.
and that's kind
Yeah.
of, it's
Yeah.
only the movie, the
Right.
cinema now, and
Yeah.
cars, where you get
Yeah.
that kind of all encapsulated experience, where you're kind of all enclosed in one room, so you can fully get that. That's really cool,
Right.
yeah. So you're going to be working more and more on car sounds then in the future,
Yeah, no,
do you think?
it's just, you know, it's just another part of my sort of
Yeah.
crazy journey, my own life.
It is
you know?
crazy.
Oh, let's go and do this. You know, let's do the line. I was literally working on the line, the new version of the line.
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
While, you know,
I haven't seen
instantly-
it yet. I can't wait.
It's not out yet.
Yeah,
You
can't
yes.
wait.
Give us another couple of
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah.
But you know, I was doing that and at the
Side
same
by
time,
side.
yeah, side by side. So, and both of them. Again, you know, it's hard to describe,
Yeah.
but you're trying to make an experience.
Totally
out
get
of
it. Totally get it. It was a pleasure.
Brilliant. Cheers.
And I can't wait to hear the sounds then.
Okay,
If you
I
had
hope
to
you.
do,
Yes, I hope you like them. But you
I
see,
hope
here's
I-
the great
yeah.
thing: if you don't, we can change them.
Yeah,
you
that's
try
true.
you try to do that to a V8.
yeah, that's true, right? You buy the
Yeah.
car and
Right.
that's the sound
yeah,
you
you're
get.
stuck with it.
That's very
Yeah.
true. Yeah, good insight. Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We'll see you tonight at the party. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Perfect.
Photo of you guys?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's a Polaroid actually.
Oh,
Oh,
brilliant.
Polaroid. Oh, we're going back in
Oh,
time. I
yes.
love it.
Okay. We need the
Thank you very much for subscribing. If you haven't yet, just click that button. You're going to see the coolest cars in the world, I promise you. And a big thank you to my Supercar Blondie family. Give us a quick like. And for now, we're out. Christian, you subscribe to my YouTube channel?
Okay.
Of course. Do what he did, guys.